Today we're taking grapefruits and turning them into mead. Let's get started. So today's mead is a grapefruit mead. If you've never had a grapefruit, it's a very interesting citrusy fruit. They're kind of large when you buy them, and something that's pretty common, I feel like, at least in the Americas. I don't really know outside of that. I've only done one other grapefruit mead in my past, and I would not really consider it like the grapefruit highlight because it was from a series that I call the Can It Be a Mead, where you spin some wheels. It landed on grapefruit and vanilla, so not really true grapefruit. This recipe is for home. It's pretty easy, honestly, and it's a quick turnaround. This mead is only about, let's say, 5 weeks old at this point. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Here's a recipe card for a 1 gallon recipe. You'll notice it uses a lot of grapefruits, not the actual meat from it, but the juice. So we're gonna squeeze the juice out of those grapefruits for that total amount that you see on there. We are using a tropically fruity kind of yeast. So the Lavin K1 V1116 is one of my favorites to use for most of these tropically kind of fruits, or meads. Of course, some yeast nutrient, water, because we didn't use complete grape juice as the whole. This is not a no water grapefruit mead. That'd be pretty hardcore. We are gonna start with a liquid that's over 1 gallon because we want to put this into a 1 gallon carboy. So that's why you'll see 1.2 gallons as the total volume for the primary. We gather our ingredients, we sanitize everything, of course. We're doing this in a bucket because we wanna make sure and have plenty of, space because we wanna go over 1 gallon. And it's just nicer. I like buckets for primary. So we start with our sanitized bucket. We get all of our grapefruits. We cut them in half, and I didn't use any zest. I literally just squeezed the crap out of the grapefruits themselves. So that's what I did there. You'll see me squeezing them. And then we brought it upstairs because my mead room is upstairs. And we mixed together some honey, some water together with that. Our starting gravity for this brew was 1.084. We used our hydrometer, floated it in a tube. We recorded that number, and we'll subsequently use it later when we figure out our ABV. So after recording that number and pitching our yeast, I did go ahead and stagger the nutrition for this brew because it's a little higher ABV. So we closed our lid with our yeast and all those things in there, and we let it go for 24 hours. At the 24-hour mark, we pitched our Fermentation. I really like Fermentation. It's a great yeast nutrient. After we pitched it, it foamed up some, which is normal, and we had fed our yeast, which is helpful. We let it set for another about week. It's probably 10, 11 days. Fermentation flew by pretty fast because we had a healthy fermentation. I noticed it started to clear up somewhat, so I racked it into a new container. One tool that I really recommend people get that's useful in the beer world is this thing. This is a hop spider, but it's not just for beer. I use this thing all the time for mead. I don't remember if I used it for this mead, but essentially it's just a grate. And normally I put it in a bucket, put my siphon in here, and then it keeps any chunks of fruit or things like that. So I don't remember if I did that or not, but I highly recommend getting one because they're helpful. We had racked it into a new container. Because this is a citrus fruit, it was gonna need to be sweetened because the acidity was kind of high. On that note, some people will recommend that you do citrus in secondary, that you add the citrus later because the primary fermentation gets to be a little bit funky with a different acid level. I actually didn't experience any issues with this, so I recommend the grapefruit in the primary because that yeast also did well. So once we had racked it in to the new container, we wanted to stabilize it. You can either stabilize or pasteurize. Stabilizing is the process of using potassium sorbate and metabisulfite in conjunction to halt any future fermentation. Pasteurizing is the process of heating the liquid up, which also prevents any further fermentation. We went ahead and used potassium sorbate and metabisulfite. It was about a half a teaspoon per gallon of sorbate and 0.3 grams of metabisulfite per gallon of the actual mead. At this point, we had about a gallon of mead left because of some sediment loss and stuff like that. We waited 24 hours, we came back and backsweetened with more honey, as you saw on the card. This did not need any more acid help because it's grapefruit and has some acidity to it naturally. I could have probably oaked this, but I didn't feel like it was gonna work that well. So I knew I was gonna move really fast with this mead, generally. So what I did was, after backsweetening, I was confident it wasn't gonna re-ferment because my stabilizers were in there. I went ahead and added sparkleoid, which is a clearing agent, essentially. So we added sparkleoid into this brew, and over the course of about 48 hours, it cleared up greatly because the honey had added a lot of haze. There was still a little haze coming from just citrus fruit itself. As you can see here, it's a pretty clear brew. Once it was clear, we went ahead and bottled it, and it's been sitting in a bottle for a couple weeks. I got a bunch of bottles of it, and we are ready to taste it. So it's a really easy process. I'll put a timeline up of what the timeline is for this brew. Quick turnaround, 2 to 3 weeks. Honestly, it's pretty fast. It's about a little over 10%. I forgot to mention, this is my fault. Starting gravity 1.084. After the primary was finished and we noticed that it cleared up, the fermentation was done, it was at 1.000. So that kind of means that we're roughly around 10.5 to 11% ABV. After we backsweetened, it was about 1.030 final gravity, I think. We needed that sweetness because this thing does have some acidity there. So gravity readings are very important. Make sure you do them. It's time for us to taste this brew. So let's go for it. All right, here it is. It looks fantastic. Very, honey color. It feels dumb to say. Definitely a lot of that citrusy, grapefruity element on the nose with some honey sweetness. The floral aromatics are not as strong because of the amount of citrus in this. You don't really get a lot of alcohol heat either. Considering that this is about 5 weeks old, as I said, you would think that 11% in 5 weeks would be very strong in your face, and it's not, at least on the nose. So let's go ahead and taste it now. Woo! There's a lot happening here. Like I said, not a ton of experience with grapefruit, but the flavor profile is actually, it's like a mix between really strong but also delicate, because like the honey and the way the citrus are playing together kind of goes back and forth. It's not necessarily like the citrus is just punching you in the face. It's definitely strong, but the honey kind of combats in there as well. So it's kind of going back and forth. There could be some alcohol burn presence that is being hidden by sweetness and also like the acidity found in the grapefruit. It is very acidic, which is, balanced again by honey. So very important there. I purposefully backsweetened this to balance the amount of acidity I was going to experience. It does have a pretty big body. It's also, realistically speaking, so stinking easy. Just getting some grapefruit juice, honey water, yeast. This turnaround time is wild. I think it's fantastic. I really think this would be better cold. I wish I had maybe chilled this thing down, because I could see this being a super great mead for by the pool, outside after a hot summer day. I could also see this being really good as a carbonated mead, doing something that's just basically bringing down the ABV to 5 to 7%, and a similar process, essentially, carbonating it. It can be really refreshing and good. I've got a bunch of wheel spinning ideas in my head of how I want to do this again. I was nervous. Grapefruits are weird. So I was like, uh-oh, am I going to end with something that's going to be good, or is it going to be terrible? It's really not bad. It's actually very good for 5 weeks, especially. I'm a fan. If you like grapefruits, definitely worth the try. I know if you're a beginner and you watch this video, you're like, he brushed through a lot of concepts really fast, like racking into a new container, which is using a certain amount of equipment or certain equipment to do that, or stabilizing. I rushed through that. The process of backsweetening. There are things that I brushed through pretty quickly. I'll link a video that explains every stage or step of the mead making process in depth. So if you're curious and you want to watch that, I realize I went fast and I apologize, but I don't know that I need to rehash every single step every time, because I think most of the people watching might be beginners, but there are also probably some people who are watching who are just intermediate, and they might get tired of me continuing to explain what racking is and backsweetening is and blah, blah, blah. So check out that video if you're interested. This has been a grapefruit mead. There are other ways to do this, I'm sure. If you want to use the zest, if you want to make this lower ABV, if you want to make this higher ABV, I have no doubt that with this being 11%, it's only going to get smoother over time. I think the acid will come down, the honey will rise up, and we'll find this nice, good balance between the two. So this has been fun. Check out the recipe card here again if you want to do this. I highly recommend to give it a shot. Here is the timeline as well of how long this took and the processes of which you'll go through to make it. I hope it's been helpful. Feel free to hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more, I've got lots more content headed your way, and I'd love some recommendations down below. What do you want to see? Maybe I'll add it to my list. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.